Well, hello boys and girls, this is Mr. Bedley doing 4th grade Excel lesson number 2 with you. We're going to take a look at subtraction with regrouping. This should be review for you as well. We're going to get into some pretty tricky stuff today, so pay close attention, make sure you can concentrate, and always try these questions on your own when I ask you to pause the video and then turn the video back on to see how you did. It's going to take you a little bit longer. You're going to have to do some erasing probably, but it will take you less time in the long run because you'll know how to do these problems and then you won't get stuck all the time. So here we go. I'm going to be reading to start off. Let's change this here. Okay, I'm going to read this paragraph right up here and explain it to you with you. So read along with me. When regrouping with subtraction, be sure to show your work. That means this stuff right here. This is showing your work. A subtraction problem can be checked by adding your answer. That's the difference. The answer to a subtraction problem is called the difference. To the number that was subtracted. That's called the subtrahend. The subtrahend is this number right here. If your subtraction answer is correct, the result will equal the number you started with, called the minuend. This is called the minuend. The minuend and the sum down here should match each other when you're going to check your subtraction problem. Alrighty. Now what I'm going to do is show you how we would do number 1. Alright, here we go. So the problem is 320 minus 146. So I start off by doing the ones place, 0 minus 6. I cannot do 0 minus 6. The answer is not 6. If you're thinking it's 6, you're doing 6 minus 0. 0 minus 6, I need to regroup from the 2 in the tens place. So I change that 2 into a 1 right there, and which is 110. I move the 10 over next to the 0 in the ones place, and I get 10. 10 minus 6 is now 4. Now I have 1 over here in the tens place. 1 minus 4 is not 3. 4 minus 1 is 3, but 1 minus 4 is not 3. So I have to regroup from the 3 over here, change that into a 2, and the 1 becomes 11, or 11 tens. Now I can subtract. 11 minus 4 is equal to 7. Then I subtract 2 minus 1 and get 174. If I went too fast for you, back that video up and watch it again, okay? So how do we check it? We take these two numbers here and add them together. You can see that's done right here, 146 plus 174. When you add those, you get 320, which is the same as the number that we started with, or the minuend. All right, we're going to try one of these again together. You're going to write and watch the video at the same time. You do not need to pause the video. So here we go. We're on number 2. Go ahead and copy down this problem. If you need to pause the video while you're copying it, then go ahead and pause it. Turn it back on, and then we're going to do this one together. All right, so we go 3 minus 5. The answer is not 2. We cannot take 5 away from 3. So, at least for right now, you're going to get negative answers later on in your math career. So we're going to regroup from the 2 and make it a 1. The 3 becomes 13. 13 take away 5 is equal to 8. You should be writing this down with me as we're doing it. Now I come to the tens place. 1 take away 4, cannot do that as well. So I'm going to regroup from the 7, make that a 6. That 1 now becomes 11 tens instead of 1 10. So now I'm doing 11 take away 4 is 7. Pause the video. If I'm going too fast for you, you can just write to keep up with me. And then 6 take away 1 is 5. Now we're going to add these two together. So write down 145 and 578. Let's add those up. See if you can kind of keep up with me, or maybe even go ahead. 5 plus 8 is 13. Regroup with that 1 up there. 4 plus 7 is 11, plus 1 is 12. Bring that 1 up to the next column. 1 plus 1 plus 5 is 7. 723. 723 It matches the minuend, so you can feel confident that your answer is right. Okay, we're going to do number 3 together again. So as I'm doing this, you should be writing on your paper. First, you got to copy that problem down. So pause the video if you need to copy the problem down. So the ones place shows 2 minus 8. I cannot subtract 2 minus 8. The answer is not 6. I have to go over and regroup. Now in this situation, I'm regrouping from a 0. There's nothing there to take. So how do I deal with this? Well, a lot of kids know how to do these by doing a bunch of steps and a bunch of regrouping. Let's do a different method instead. I'm going to show you how to do it using what's called the box trick. So you're going to draw a box around the number 60 like that. Okay, so instead of regrouping from the 0, I'm regrouping from 60. What's 1 less than 60? 59. So there we go. Change that into 59. Change the 2 into 12. 12 minus 8 is 4. 9, now this 60 is gone. 9 take away 7 is 2. 5 take away 3 is 2. And let's check this right over here. Go ahead and do that on your paper. 224. Hopefully your writing's neater than mine. I'm writing with a stylus right now on an iPad. It's pretty tricky. 8 plus 4. Oh, I did something wrong. 378. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. 8 plus 4 is 12. Bring the 1 up there. 9, 1 makes 10. Bring the 1 up. 4 plus 2, 6. 602 matches that. So I can feel confident about my answer. Pause the video if you made a mistake. You need to fix that. All right, here we go. We are going to do numbers 4, 5, 7, and 8 right now. Then we'll move over to the other side. It's just going to be easier with the video. So pause the video, do just number 4 right now for me, and then turn it back on. All right, so you should have done number 4, copied the problem down, and tried to solve it. 1 minus 8 is not 7. If you got 7, you did 8 minus 1. I'm going to regroup from that 2 and make it a 1. The 1 here becomes 11 minus 8, oops, is 3. And then 1 take away 7, cannot do that. The 6 becomes 5. The 1 becomes 11. 11 minus 7 is 4. 5 take away 2 is 3. Let's see if this adds up. You should have done the addition as well. 278, 343. 8 plus 3 is 11. Bring the 1 up. 7 plus 4 is 11. Plus 1 is 12. Bring up that 1. 2, 3, and 1 makes 6. Matches. I can feel good about my answer. Okay, pause the video, do just number 5, and then turn it back on. Number 5. All right, you should have already done number 5. 3 minus 9 cannot do it. This is where we can use the box trick. I come next door, there's a 0 there. Nothing to regroup from. So I'm going to call that 40 instead of 0. And if I take 1 away from 40, I get 39. 13 minus 9 is 4. 9 minus 9 is 0. 3 minus 2 is 1. We check it by adding together those bottom two numbers. 9 plus 4 is 13. Bring up the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. Bring up the 1. And 4. 403. All right, pause the video and do 7 and 8 for me right now. Then turn it back on when you're ready to see the solutions to those. Okay, here we go with number 7. You should have already done it on your own, given it your best shot. 6 minus 9, if you wrote 3, you subtracted up. I am going to make a mistake on this one just to show you how this does not add up over here if you make a mistake. So we regroup from the 50 and make it 39. And 6 becomes 16. 16 minus 9 is 7. 9 minus 8 is 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. And then I add together 189 and 217. 9 plus 7 is 16. Bring up the 1, that's 10. Bring up the 1, that's 4. Oh, wait a minute. That's 506, and this is 406. I must have made a mistake. Oh, I see what my mistake is. That 3 is supposed to be a 4. 1 less than 50 is 49. So this, instead of being a 3, you should be erasing this if you did this wrong. Make sure you erase your mistakes. Don't scribble on them like I'm doing right now. And then this becomes a 3, and then this becomes a 5. It's really hard for me to erase this on my iPad, but it should not be hard for you to erase using your pencil. So please erase that. All right, so the answer is 317 to number 7. Should have already done number 8. I cannot do 4 minus 6. It's not 2. I have to regroup here. 14 minus 6 is 8. 7 take away 7 is 0. 7 minus 3 is 4. Let's add these together and see what we get. 408. 8 plus 6 is 14. Bring up the 1. That's 8. 4 plus 3 is 7. 784. Looks like it matches up. All right, pause the video, do numbers 6 and number 9 on your own, and then turn the video back on when you're ready to see the solutions. You should have already done number 6. Here I go 8 minus 9 is 1, right? No, 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 no. 9 minus 8 is 1, but 8 minus 9 is not 1. I come next door to that 0. I got to regroup. I use the box trick. I am regrouping from 20, which becomes 19. The 8 becomes 18. 18 minus 9 is 9. 9 minus 7 is 2. 1 take away nothing is 1. Let's add them together and see if 79 plus 129 comes out right. 9 plus 9 is 18. Regroup with the 1. 7 plus 2 is 9 plus 1 is 10. Regroup with the 1. 2. 208. If I'm going too fast for you, just pause the video, go back and watch that part again. All right, you should have already done number 9. 0 minus 1. Can't do it. Got to come over to the 3 and make it a 2. That 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. 2 minus nothing is 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. Ah, that one was pretty easy, right? 201 plus 329. That's 10. That's 3. And that's 5. 530. Woohoo! All right, pause the video. Do all the basic fact practice down here at the bottom. Once you've solved all of those, turn the video back on and see how you did. All right, you should have done all these math facts. I'm going to do them really fast. 13 minus 8 is 5. You can check them. I'm going to say them out loud so you can look at your paper and check them as I go through. 18 minus 9 is 9. 11 minus 4 is 7. 9 minus 6 is 3. 15 minus 8 is 7. 12 minus 6 is 6. 10 minus 4 is 6. 11 minus 8 is 3. Next line, 12 minus 4 is 8. 14 minus 7 is 7. 11 minus 6 is 5. 13 minus 6 is 7. 17 minus 9 is 8. And by the way, you should be erasing and fixing any wrong answers. 8 minus 7 is 1. 14 minus 8 is 6. 12 minus 9 is 3. 7 plus 6 is 13. 8 plus 9 is 17. 3 plus 7 is 10. 9 plus 5 is 14. 8 plus 4 is 12. 5 plus 5 is 10. 5 plus 8 is 13. And 7 plus 9 is 16. All right, when you go to the guided practice and I don't know if there's a homework side on this one, but when you do the other problems on your own, make sure you are adding up those check answers in the corner. Make sure that they are coming out right. Don't just copy the number down and pretend as if you've added it up. You actually have to really add it for real and make sure that that tells you if your answers are right or not. If you find that it does not add up, you got to go back and find your mistake. And what you want to do is know why you made a mistake. Understand the math problem. Be able to look at it and say, oh, that's where I made my mistake. Don't just change your answers to make the check answer add up right. Change your answers that are wrong because you understand that they're wrong and you know why they're wrong and you want to make them right. If you need help, if you get totally stuck, then ask for help. Don't just scribble some stuff down and expect the problem to go away. All right, math is good for your brain. It's good for your character. Thanks for watching.